Hey, did you go to Ateneo?
Yeah, I did. You want to guess
Hey,
what year? What
what
year I
year?
graduated? Yeah.
I'm guessing you're batchmates with Tyler, huh?
No, actually, I graduated 2016. So
26.
2016. It's been a while. Close. It's like 6 years, right? 6 years.
Damn, so you've been through it all, man.
I've been through it. Yeah. Sorry, my voice is kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, I've been through it all, and dude, like I've watched like every game except for of course the bubble, right? Like there's not much, like it's not the same like compared to the usual seasons where fans can go and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, sorry, we're already recording. If that's fine with you. And I
Yeah,
just want to ask, like, actually, you're the first guest in this podcast. I used to have a podcast. It's called the 1v1
just
podcast, and I had to stop because of work getting really busy during the pandemic. And I was like, right now is the perfect time to actually to actually
I'm the
restart it.
first.
Yeah, you're the first.
That's a lot of pressure, man.
Nah, man. Not as much pressure during the finals. It's just chill. I really want to get into your head, like, on how
Yeah,
everything came to be and everything. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So
yeah,
again,
for sure.
Sean, thanks for your time, man. So I just want to ask first, like, how was it like after the championship? Let's go there first. Like, let's not go straight to the game. Like, how was it? I mean, the night, like the hours after the game, the day after, and this week from Monday to Thursday. How was it?
Man, I can't tell you how great it feels to see everyone's hard work be validated, man. Especially not just for us players. Like, yeah, we put blood, sweat, and tears, but
Mhm.
to the coaching staff, to the student managers, to our management, to the people who like provide us our recovery meals after practices. Man, like to see their faces light up, it's something I can't put a value on.
Yeah,
But
dude,
yeah.
yeah, because that was really crazy. Like because knowing you, Sean, like I, because of course I followed the games. I followed every game, and I know whenever I would see a Quitevis, I was like, oh, is this buff dude again? It's this guy again. Because I know the minutes. Like for example, like I know that you play between 3 to 6 minutes
Yeah.
leading up to game one. Because that's I would know you like, oh, I know it's the fourth quarter whenever I would see a Sean Quitevis because it's already like, oh, okay, do
Well,
we already blow out the opponent?
yeah.
So that's how it used to be before. So entering game two, I was like, oh wow, oh, it's just the first quarter. It was like that. So I knew
Absolutely.
like Tab really changed some things up heading into those finals. So anyway, I'm jumping the gun because I wanna because your journey
It's
isn't
a,
the same compared to like the key recruits that we have like a Kai Balloon guy, like a like the usual guys like Ange, like a Dave Ildefonso. It's not like that. That's why you're the first guy I wanted to interview. It's it's a unique journey, definitely. So
so unique, man.
mhm. So I noticed the accent. Some people on Twitter, I think most people on Twitter are like, what? Sean Quitevis has an American accent. So what are the origins of a Sean Quitevis? Like where'd you come from, man? Like how did it lead to being here in Ateneo? Like let's start there. The origins, high school ball, maybe.
Man, what a journey, bro. I grew up in Cebu. So
Cebu.
I was born and raised in Cebu. My family's from Cebu. The accent, I guess it came from my high school, which was a Parif school. So I
Paris.
don't know if you're familiar with Parif Springdale. In Manila,
Springdale, yeah.
it would be Parif Southridge in the south. But yeah, I played high school ball there, but it was mostly like a developmental league. It was a private school, all private schools, not as competitive as the UAAP. I didn't even play in Sasaki. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that league.
That's where the Visayas schools, right? Like Ateneo de
Yeah,
Cebu, University of Visayas, UV, where Junmar Fajardo
exactly.
came from, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Greg Slaughter,
Greg Slaughter.
all the greats. So I never got to play there. So I'm not so sure that I wasn't sure of my value out as a player. I wasn't tested against the best. So coming into Ateneo, I wanted to pursue basketball and a pre-med course. And I
What
felt
year
like
was
Ateneo
this?
was a great mix
What
of that.
year did you?
2018.
2018. All right. Just we have a
2018.
timeline on
Yeah.
where we are right now.
So it's 2018. I decide to come to Ateneo. So I see that there are Glory B tryouts. That's their Team B.
Glory be, yeah.
And I heard that they barely do open tryouts, you know?
Oh, it's only
So I,
invitation. I thought that Team B was like, just come in, like try out. Here's a sign up form. Here's the time. Show up.
yeah, but
It's not like that.
you would need to know someone, I think,
Oh,
like a coach.
they don't post it like on Facebook. Like, here's a
Yeah,
tryouts
yeah.
for Team B.
That was one of the first times I posted it on Facebook.
Oh,
So I was
okay,
like,
okay.
wow, here's my chance. Like, let's go. So
2018. Okay.
I tried out for Team B. And after the 3 day tryout, I wasn't a great player. I just showed a lot of heart in the tryout. So I guess Coach Yuri Escueta saw that. And he invited me to be in Team B's training pool. So I come over, I feel excited. I'm like, let's go. Like, this is a start. So after the first practice, I didn't know what a ball screen was, man. I didn't
Oh,
know any read of a ball screen. You know, in Cebu, it's just up and down. Like, let's go.
well, I was gonna
Right?
ask. So how is it in Cebu? Like, so back in Cebu, when you played ball there, what was like? How was it different? Like, what was your role there? Like, so that we get a context of heading into Glory B.
So in Cebu, I was the captain of my team, and I
Okay.
was basically almost like a Giannis in that league
Oh,
because
the body was already
yeah,
developed for high school ball. Like, you're the kind of guy that's
uh,
I'm just gonna get into the rim and you won't stop me.
absolutely. I was putting in the reps, just bench pressing all day, but uh, yeah, just I because of that, I relied on maybe like my physical form
Yeah.
instead of my skill set. So I didn't develop as much as I wanted to as a player. So coming into Glory B, it was like, you know, you're forced to use a ball screen. You're doing drills where, oh, you only have two dribbles. You can't do anything else. As a player, I'm like, I don't know what I can do. uh, so yeah, after that first practice, Coach Yuri pulled me aside and it was like, yeah, so we don't have many slots in Team B right now. So if you can focus on school, just focus on school. But if you have time, you can come practice with us.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
They
for
give
now,
you the
focus on
option.
school.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, all I heard was, "You can come. You can come to practice." It didn't really sink in my mind that I got cut from Team B. Like someone told me, like, who gets cut from Team B?
Well, a lot of
Right?
people, because dude, this is Ateneo, man. Like when
I
to get
know
into Team B is already a privilege. That's why you're like, Team B, let's go.
Team B Ateneo, man. Yeah. In so the start of 2018, I got cut from Team B, but during that first semester, I showed up to every practice I could, not just Team B practice, but I would show up to Team A practice just to watch, see how Coach Tab's system works for their players, what kind of roles that he would want. And I just lived in the gym that whole semester. And then Coach Ree finally called me up and said, "You're part of the team."
Man.
And
And that was
that
what was
was
the gap of that call from you can practice with us in Team B to you're part of the team? Like, is that
second semester.
second
Second
semester?
semester.
Semester.
Yeah. So I moved to Manila, right?
You did.
Uh, I I didn't tell my parents that I actually got cut from Team B.
Okay.
Because I've made them invest in me so much just for this dream, and I didn't know how to tell them that. Oh, I already failed the dream at the start. So I kept it quiet, and I just did everything I could to be part of that team.
You were still a
So
freshman though, right? It's
I was
20
a freshman.
freshman.
Yeah. So 2019, I or 2019 is second year.
Mm-hmm.
I was officially part of Team B. That was when Dwight Ramos came.
Oh yeah, that was Eli already there? Was he
Yeah,
part of
Eli and Dwight.
that was like a package. package deal, right? You get Dwight, you get
Yeah,
Eli.
yeah. So we had both of them. So it was a real blessing that Dwight came to Team B because Coach Tab started coming to more of our games.
Oh, because he was following Dwight, right? That was it.
Dwight,
Did he actually go to the States to recruit Dwight himself? Or
yeah, I believe
it
he
was
did.
all right.
Yeah. So because Dwight was there and we had more attention to our games, I was able to showcase my skill set as well. So I got called up to training pool in year 2020. So the start of 2020 for Team A. So we were working for 3 months, but then the pandemic happened, right?
Yeah, that was crazy. Wait, going back to the Dwight one, when you knew he was coming, were you like, "Oh, I'm gonna prove myself that I can lock this guy up"? Was there that kind of mindset, like knowing you as a guy, of course, like came from the ground up, like I want to lock this
Yeah.
guy down, and show Coach Tab, like I
That's a
believe in you, right?
that's a funny story. I have a funny story about that.
Oh, let's go. I want to hear it.
So I didn't know much about Dwight and Eli,
Okay.
okay? And keep in mind right now, Dwight and Eli are like we're brothers right now. But before I knew who they were and we were in Team B, we had a Team B outing somewhere in Batangas. And one of the coaches told me, yeah, we have new recruits coming in, Dwight and Eli Ramos.
All
I was
right.
like, oh, are they good? I said, yeah, they're really good. Like Dwight is in the 20 for 23, 23 for 23. And so what I did was there was a dartboard, right?
Mm-hmm. Dartboard.
Yeah, I took it off the wall and I gave it to one of our coaches. I said, give this to them. They got a target on their back now.
Hey. No, dude. It's like
That's a crazy one.
I knew the story was going right there. Like, no, you'll make them known that they have a target on their backs. Because, like, jumping into the finals again, like, you have this face whenever you would approach my Kagulangan.
Oh,
You have that face. You had that face
I'm getting
like
goosebumps again,
that.
bro. I'm
Yeah.
getting goosebumps again. You say that.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm just saying, like, this kind of mindset has always been there, like from Team B to what we see right now. It's crazy. So from there, jumping again to 2020, you said right before the bubble. So I mean, right before the pandemic. So heading
Yeah,
there,
right.
we're right there.
So pandemic happens, training pools stop. We're locked up for 2 years. And during those 2 years, man, we lived at home, couldn't play basketball against like 5-on-5 scenarios. I literally just worked on my body as much as I could. We would do crazy challenges. I don't Coach Tab had the craziest challenges during the pandemic, man. Like
This was
how
like
many push
you guys were already at home, or this was during.
yeah. We were
Okay,
at home. So we would have crazy challenges like who can do the most push-ups in 12 hours.
12 hours. Okay.
12 hours. I was literally in the garage doing push-ups for 12 hours, bro. 12. Everyone did it. Mamu, Tyler, and we all just competed against each other. It was
How's
fun.
that go? Like, so 12 hours. Right? You have to record yourself. Like, how?
You record every rep and send it to a coach.
Mm. Oh, damn. So who won?
Well, I did.
Ah, not surprised, man. Not surprised. What else? Like any other challenges? Like, because I know like this is the only pandemic we've been to. Like the only pandemic in the past 100
Mm-hmm.
plus years. So, what kind of like things have you guys been doing on at home? Like, I'm sure like were there dribbling skills? Were there like practice? Watch this video. Just do this for this week. How's that been like?
Honestly, it was really up to you how you would want to progress during the pandemic because they couldn't monitor you as much as you could. So you really had to police yourself. And to me, that was eating right in the pandemic. It was working out as much as I could and then working on my skills right after. It was constant for me, at least in the pandemic. I knew that I had to stay ready for whenever the opportunity was going to come for me because there were a lot of rumors that the bubble's going to start soon. The bubble's going to start soon.
this
And
is what like the rumors, when did they start? Like for you guys, because of course the
yeah,
information we receive as fans is completely like, we're of course we're not as in the loop compared to you guys. You guys
mhm,
hear about it 1 to 2 months before. So when
yeah.
you would say this, what's the timeline when you're
In
hearing news?
2020, it was during maybe like May.
Oh,
They
May.
said they were gonna do a bubble for UAP
All right,
because
like there's a
they were
plan.
aiming for September,
All
right?
right.
Yeah, and then yeah, that September UAP got canceled. So they said 2021
It keeps
they
moving,
might
right? It
consider doing
kept
it.
moving. It kept moving.
Yeah, so I think that was the biggest challenge of the pandemic. It was really working, working as hard as you could without the end in sight. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes sense. Like
because
what am I working for? Like,
yeah,
am I still
exactly.
gonna get? Will I still be in the roster, knowing that of
Mhm.
course there are gonna be new players every year. You don't know how it's gonna be.
Yes,
Like, what's my eligibility like?
yeah, especially knowing like, oh, more recruits are coming, the
Mhm.
veterans are still there. So realistically, it really crosses your mind like, oh, this roster is loaded. It's really loaded, and you hear like semi-pro contracts that start coming in, and sometimes you just want to jump the gun, right?
Oh, you got a semi pro contract before?
Uh,
Like this was like 2021,
uh
2021.
yeah, that Visman League in the Visayas and Mindanao.
Oh shoot, is this the one where they
Yeah,
that one?
yeah,
Okay,
that league.
that league, is it still continuing right now? Is it still like ongoing? Like
I'm not
the
sure. Maybe they rebranded, but
yeah, that's the Chooks to Go one, right? The one
yeah,
where
yeah.
with you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that thing last year.
It was a, it was. I mean, it was one game, but
Yeah, it was just one
the
game.
the league, yeah, the league was good for players. Good to give opportunities for players, especially during the pandemic. And it was with a coach that I really liked. I really liked to work for. If you
Which
know
goes
Coach Mike,
which Mike
Coach Mike Reyes, he's the
is it?
brother of Chot Reyes.
Yeah, there you go. It's like
Yeah,
I don't want to jump the gun because the Reyes
yeah,
last name is a very, very common name. So it's like
it
Coach
is.
Shots. Yeah, there you go. And then, so that's he was recruiting you. Like, was he like texting you?
Yeah,
Or...
he wanted me to join one of his teams for the league, but you know, I wanted the UAP stage, man. It was a dream of mine, and I don't know. I feel like throughout the journey, there were a lot of easy ways out.
For sure.
Like
Yeah.
if you go to the semi-pro league, yeah, you'll be making money. You'll be able to play already during the pandemic. But I doubled down. I doubled down on it. Like, now I'll wait, trust that the Ateneo goal, the Ateneo dream will work out. But
And then,
yeah,
and then when you join a semi-pro league, you can't go back to the UAAP anymore, right? Once you get a
yeah,
paycheck, it's no more. Like
yeah.
you stay there in Visayas.
Actually, Visman is a professional league.
Oh, it
It's
is
not
okay.
semi-pro. Yeah, it's professional.
Professional. Yeah, then you're already a pro. Then no more Ateneo dream for you. Like if you continue with that one. So from there, what was there was a it was on your IG. It was viral on actually on TikTok and Twitter.
On
So we
TikTok.
saw it's also on TikTok. Like because people like you know how TikTok is, man. Like
Yeah.
how people
I see you on there. I see you on there.
hey, you do? All right, thanks, man. Like I just do like basic analysis on that one. I don't
That's
do
good.
any of those dance stuff. I don't have the body for it. Anyway, uh, so that text that was from Coach Sandy, right? So
Yeah,
when was
coach.
that? When was that text?
So it was 2022,
Okay, so
and
we're now in
yeah,
2022.
22. The pandemic is slowly coming down, and it was official. Like, yeah, we're gonna hold a bubble UAP starting in, was that March?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
seven UP only had the title for 7 months. Like I was counting because people kept saying so many of those stuff like, "Oh, the shortest reign ever." I'm like, it doesn't matter actually. It was just the circumstances. So
yeah.
yeah, let's say March, April. Yeah.
So yeah, the year started in January, and I hear that players are coming back to get into the bubble, like
Mhm.
flying in from the US to Manila to get into the bubble. So I messaged Coach Tanya. I'm like, hey, Coach, like, is a bubble happening, and if so, like, will I be in it? And that's when he messaged me. He said there are limitations to the player limitations to the bubble. I think only 22 players are allowed, and so sadly you won't be a part of it. So when I received that text, I actually didn't reply yet.
I saw the gap.
Right?
There was a gap.
There was a day gap.
That
I needed to
screenshot.
process it. Yeah.
You
So he
were
had to message me again to check on me. It's like, hey Sean, like, how are you doing? He just repeated it again. Like, yeah, you won't be part of the bubble. Wish I could have worked with you a little longer. And I just told him, like, I'm thankful for the opportunity that they gave me and learning from a great coaching staff. It was, I can't pay that back. But in my heart, it was like, wow, all the work I put in during the pandemic to stay ready, and you won't even get that opportunity. It was heartbreaking, man. Like,
for
really
sure.
heartbreaking.
Like, it's not sugar coated. It was definitely heartbreaking considering that you know how much work you put into this, like, heading to the season.
Yeah, to me, it was like, wow, the story can't end like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't end like that. But luckily, the next day, he messages me. He's like, plans change. You're in the bubble.
Oh shit, that's
I
that's
was
hella
like,
nice. What? That was like a
my
roller
heart
coaster.
was my heart was everywhere. I was like, I don't know what to believe.
What did you just say yesterday?
It's like, what? Yesterday I wasn't an Atenean. Now I'm an Atenean again.
so
Yeah.
so when you got a text where you're like, Coach, like, so what's up? Like, what happened? Did somebody did you send a call or did you clarify with someone like, hey, did anything change? I'm I'm back. I'm apparently back again. So how did you like process that?
I asked I asked one of the coaches like what changed, and he said, Coach Dab wanted you there. And to me, that was like, that's it. That's all I needed to hear. Let's go.
Let's go. The
Right.
season 84, heading to season 84.
Season 84. That bubble was tough. So tough because fighting for slots on that team were wars every day in practice, man. And it doesn't help that after practice you have to spend time with them in the bubble as well. Man, I
Like,
can't get away from you.
you can't have the like that mindset like I'm supposed to hate you today, but like
Yeah,
damn.
it's funny, man. But yeah, I was a reserve that season, and I didn't get to play, but I learned a lot from our veterans.
Yeah, I saw you on
Just
the bench though. You were there on like the photos and everything. You were the
yeah,
one. Yeah, you were there though. So
I was on the bench. So I really took everything in, but I didn't get that playing experience. But I had a good sense of what required what required of me.
heading to the bubble, how many players were in consideration? Because in the UAP lineup, how many is supposed to be lined up? Like only
So
15, 14,
16
16.
players,
Okay,
4 reserves, so that's 20 in total.
20.
And I
And there
think there
were
were 24 people in the bubble.
okay. That you had to beat 4 people to get into the
Yeah,
20-man lineup.
yeah. But honestly, any of those guys could have made it. They were just as talented, just as skilled.
All
Just
right.
yeah.
Okay, so heading into season 85, since everything's already slowly getting back to normal. So after
Mhm.
season 84, of course, the heartbreak, us fans, we're expecting a championship because, of course, we already had that mindset. Like, I think it's a matter of just we got spoiled. Like, us fans, definitely. You players, I'm sure you guys have different mindset. Like, nothing is, or I mean, like, nothing is like given to you guys. You always have to earn for it. But for us, Ateneo fans, we were like, oh man, that was ours. So, and of course we saw that dedication to this to your kuyas at the end of the final. So heading to season 85,
Mhm.
what kind of practices were there? Because of course there's no more online thing, right? Like how did Coach Tab respond to that? Like did he get more
Yeah,
stricter? What was there anything different with how coach handled you guys, or he just stuck to the same plan? Like how
yeah. Like you mentioned, season 84 was heartbreaking. Absolutely. And yes, we understand that the fans expect,
Mhm.
a championship every year. And we recognize that, as Ateneans, we foster a culture of excellence, right? So coming into the off season and getting ready for season 85, man, I've never seen Coach Tab more focused. Just I was even telling my teammates, I was like, wow. Just when I thought he couldn't take it up another notch, he really did it. And yeah, each day was a grind, man. Like 2 practices, you're on the track, you got games in the morning, but then you'll practice in the evening still. And I realized like, yeah, like we lost it last season. Like this is this is not his standard. That's not his standard that he keeps. So when he took it up to another level, it forced all of us to be mentally tougher, not just as a team, but as individuals, as players. We really had to look at the mirror and realize what we needed to work on to be the team we needed to be.
So when you said like took it up a notch, how was it like last year? So the people like the viewer, I mean like yeah, the viewers will understand like how was it last year to having like the complete squad to the season 84 squad practices to season 85. What was the difference? What was there only like one practice before like considering it's a
No, no,
pandemic, so
no. Absolutely, the season 84 practices in the bubble were grueling as well, man.
grueling as well.
Grueling as well. But it wasn't more of what we were doing. It was more just looking into his eyes.
Oh, it's more
Like,
of like his demeanor, the way he
yeah, his demeanor, every his purpose was just a lot stronger. It was really like invigorating to see.
was he getting into everyone like, hey, you didn't see that screen, you were supposed to go this way. Like was he
Yeah, the margin of error was very small. You know,
um,
we had to learn new offenses and then scrap it a week before the season and then put in a new offense, learn that, and just roll with it, you know.
you mentioned new offense. Dave mentioned that in Mikey's pod, shoot first, because
Yeah.
I listened to that one. And you guys had 3 months to learn a new offense.
Yeah. That offense was a very freelance offense, but you really needed to be on the same page with your teammates. And at that time, we just weren't ready for it because, you know, we needed a little more structure to what we were doing. And I think it was a good call in the end to scrap it and just roll with a new offense that gave us a little more structure. And yeah, it worked out, I hope.
It worked out in the end. It worked out in the end, definitely. Um, so that new offense, since you guys already have a season under your belt, did you try? Will it be now like implemented heading into next season, or you don't know yet? Like, because it's too early to
You
tell.
never
Or
really know. You never really know. Coach Tab has different weapons to use every time, man.
yeah, because different
He's
players every year, every
mhm.
key recruit or anything. So so let's now go. We're season 85. We go through round one and round two. It's now headed to the final four in the final. So the final four, it's still the same thing for you. Like whenever we see Sean 3 to 6 minutes, the usual, like how it is
Yeah.
before. Heading into the
Did you watch the
final.
second round?
Hmm? The
Did
second
you
round.
watch the second round?
Hmm? Every game except when you guys were in Linares, UE. I
Mm,
watched it live on TV, but I was always there. I make it the point to watch the games live because it's just in Araneta or MOA.
yeah,
MOA, there's already a skyway, right? So it's really easy
yeah,
from my house to go watch the games now compared to before where I was like, I don't want to drive to Pasay without
yeah.
going through
That's
EDSA.
true. Did
So,
you?
mhm,
How many games did I miss in the second round?
did you? No, I'm actually not sure. Like, I think wait, 2 games. You missed it because of was it just because of minutes or was there an injury that we didn't know about?
No, I just didn't play.
One is the UE game because that was
UE.
when because those were Paul Garcia had like he was a bit loose. When I mean loose, like he had a good game in
Yeah, he
UE.
was great. He was
He was
great.
great in that game. I didn't see you there. I don't remember Coach Chap putting in UE. I'm not looking at
FEU, I
anything. I
think
feel like it's 1 to 2 games
minute.
only. It wasn't like half. It's more of like 1, 2 games, or there will be
Yeah,
like 18-second stints.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's like that. There were games like that,
yeah,
but we're I completely didn't see your name. Definitely, that was the UE game.
yeah. That's true. FEU maybe a minute, NU not so maybe 20 seconds. LaSalle no, UP I don't think so. Yeah,
With that one, like whenever you get DNPs, how do you like talk to coach? Like, what do I need to do to play? Like, do you do, or you just like you just wait for the right opportunity? I'm just gonna work.
I think I was very self-critical with myself. I knew what I needed to work on. So every day after practice, I would work with specific coaches on specific things, ball handling, shooting, cuts, and yeah, they. I think they saw that, and when they took a chance, I took what I had.
Which assistant coach are you like closest to? Like, who do you work with? Like, who's your go-to assistant
Coach
coach?
Coach Sandro is definitely one of Coach Sandro was my captain in Team B, and now he's the coach, right?
Yeah.
He's so yeah, helped me work on ball handling. Coach Gene Afable, you know,
Mm-hmm. Familiar,
yeah,
familiar names, of course.
he's a coach in Meralco as well, but he helped me with ball screens,
Mm-hmm.
my offense. Um, yeah, just each coach gave me something different to add to my bag.
Love it. Yeah, at least like they really take like with Ateneo having so many assistant coaches. Like, is it we do we have the most assistant coaches, or it's the same assistant coaches for for every team?
We have a lot of coaches to work on. But yeah, those DNPs as a player, every player just wants to play basketball, man. But
Definitely.
being ready for the moment and just having that mental strength and mental fortitude to be patient with yourself, but at the same time impatient. It really pays.
Let's now go into the finals. Game one says here, Anton Kitavis, 2 minutes. Okay, like your usual, and then we head into game two. So heading into game two, did Coach Tab say anything like prior, like Sean, I'm gonna put you in this certain type of situation, la da. Like, how did it go? Like that, the day after, I'm not sure. Like the gap from game one to game two. How did it transpire that you're gonna
So
play more?
I didn't actually know.
I was just
Like
surprised.
I really didn't know, bro. I honestly towards the end, like so yeah, we had the Adamson on the final game of this season, and then Adamson in the final four. I was treating each game like it was my last game. Like, oh, I probably might not play the next game. So this might be my last game of the UAP this year. So coming into the finals, I came with no expectations. Like if I have to sit on the bench and clap and talk to my teammates, I'll do it. If you ask me to play big minutes in the finals, I'll do what I can. I'll do my best. So I really came in with an open mind just to be a good teammate and do whatever it takes to win a championship, man. So from game one, we lost, and then
Yeah.
heading into game two, we really didn't do much on the court, bro.
Oh,
Like
really?
there was nothing we did on the court that changed during practices. Like it was really just an attitude change in us that really made a difference. Like yeah, we had that homecoming of champion teams, right?
Yeah, they
That
were there.
visit us.
Mamu, Tyler, yeah, they were there.
That was honestly a pivotal moment for us because we didn't know that they were coming. We a lot of us, the Philams, don't know the history of Ateneo, like how much these people have impacted the Ateneo community. So when they came in and said inspiring words for us, man, we were just locked in. We were ready to go. We knew what we needed to do heading into game two.
How long were they there? Like when they visited, was it just like a quick hour? They were there for the whole practice.
We had a long viewing session,
Mm-hmm.
and then once we came down the viewing session, yeah, we spent a good 30 minutes to an hour um talking to them at the court. And then I think after, they even stayed longer with Coach Tab, Mamu, BJ. They had like a longer session until like maybe 11 p.m. You know,
11
yeah,
p.m. Damn.
yeah.
So we're now in game two. When did you enter again? Like, was it the first quarter? It was the first quarter, right? Like,
First quarter.
first quarter. Okay. Were you surprised? Like, Coach Tab was like, Sean, get in there. Or you were just like, I'm just ready. I'm just ready.
Well, BJ Andrade got into foul
Yeah.
trouble, and I was surprised. I wasn't surprised that I got in, but I was more surprised of how long I stayed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many minutes did I play that game.
17, I think it's the most. Because game three, you only played 13.
Oh,
Like
okay, yeah. So
17 for this one.
yeah, when they kept me in for that long, I just realized like this is the most minutes I've ever played all season in a game two do or die.
In the game to do exactly right. Like goddamn, I've been still on the court.
Whoa, I've never experienced this. But I told BJ Andrade once he got into foul trouble. I just told him like I have your back. Like, don't worry about it. I'll pick it up for you. And we looked into each other and we like, we'll do whatever it takes. So step on the court. I just did my job, man. I It was a moment I've been waiting for since JD hit that shot.
Yes, it's a
You
moment
know,
everybody waited for. Like, we got to stop this guy.
it was almost like a superhero versus a villain. You know? In my mind, that's what it was like.
Yeah, I definitely, because like, we, of course, we respect JD as a player, but as an Atenean fan, I hate him because it was like, that was, he made the shot. That was like
Absolutely,
the Kyrie that killed us. So you
absolutely.
were on JD. You were on JD's ass the whole time.
Mhm.
Like, from game two and three, you were tasked to guard JD, and we were switching already that time, right? Game two and three, we were switching instead of hedging from defense and everything, right?
Yeah. Um, I don't know if you watched round one.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he came back from his injury. His
Yeah.
first game back.
In that, with Ateneo, and I was like, did he just time this, or it was just really like,
Yeah,
it's just this circumstance? Like, oh, he's healed, and it's against Ateneo.
yeah. That game, Coach Tab specifically told me that if JD goes in, you're going in. And I was like, this is the moment I've been working for. Since he hit that shot, you know, it's been sleepless nights because of that shot. So during the first round, man, this guy coming from an injury, he torched me, bro. He hit that end 1 3. He read the ball screens really well, and he really knew how to. He just knew how to read the game on a different level, and I almost couldn't figure out what to take away from him.
What's
So
JD's height? He's like 5'8", like
yeah,
5'7", 5'8", but he's also hella bulky,
he
right?
is. He's
He
he's
can
a big
match.
body,
Yeah.
but I think it was his IQ that really
Mhm.
made a difference. And like that finals in '84, right? He read the ball schemes really well. He hit Doof on the roll,
Yeah.
and then once he knew that the roll was going to be covered, he hit the step back. So you never really know with that what to take away from that guy. It was an interesting matchup for me. But yeah, so
Mhm.
round one, he lit me up, and I couldn't figure it out. He had the shot, he had the layups, he could pass. So coming into the finals, I really had to look at some statistics on where he shoots the balls, how high how high are his percentages in each spots. Watch him through warm ups. Where does he warm up in? Where does the coach um, pass him the ball while he's shooting? What's his footwork as he's shooting? And yeah, that was really what I needed to do just to be at his level as a player.
Damn, that's some Mamba like tendencies. Like just study his footwork, where he likes to shoot his shots and everything.
Which hand he
Damn.
likes to dribble in. What does he do when he dribbles with that hand? Like his pick and rolls. Where does he like going on his pick and rolls? It was it was fun to say the least, bro. It was also a challenge as a player.
Yeah, so in game two, yeah, I didn't see that look yet before, but like in game two, you were all up in his grill. Like you were he was not shaking you. Because I think you knew already on how to tackle JD. This is we're on the left side of the court. This is where JD likes to make his
Yeah,
shots and
exactly.
everything. So
Exactly.
with that one, like how was it guarding him? Like knowing in the finals now, like you knew your homework. You're already prepared. So you're just gonna be like I'm a guard JD. Like did you like tell your team it's like let me handle him, or it's you're still working within the game plan? Like if the
No,
switch
absolutely. I think the game plan and the coach's game plan is really to have me on him.
Oh,
You
okay,
know,
that was the game plan. Okay.
of course. We just wanted to wear him down as much as possible. Like make him work for everything. We know he's gonna make plays. We know he's gonna make baskets, but he's gonna have to he's gonna have to expend a lot of energy just to get that. And well, we were throwing bodies on it. Chris Kuhn, PJ Andrade. Sometimes you have Kai Balungay guarding him,
Yeah, sometimes
and
yeah.
it was a challenge for all those guys. So it wasn't like Kai had to know Carl and Malik. You know, you had to study JD as well. You have to study Fortea as well. It was the same thing for us. You got to know Tamayo. You got to know Galinato. And for our defense to work, that was crucial for us. But yeah, that's really what we had to do.
There were a few switches where I remember you were guarding Tamayo in the low block. I was like, oh man. At least
Man,
how was
uh,
it? Because Tamayo likes
actually,
to do those like is it where his elbows are always up and it hits your back.
mhm,
Of course it's a legal call. It didn't hit your head or anything. But
yeah.
it looks so bone crushing. Like just watching it from the replay, it's like, oh, I don't know how Quitevis could recover from those kind of moves.
Well, I played with Tamayo during the pandemic in Cebu, actually.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, so all those moves, all those like elbows,
Yeah,
it's part of basketball there
yeah,
in Cebu. I'm
definitely.
not gonna,
Yeah,
and honestly, it's just a lot of fun. It's the finals, man. Like we like to call it a trench warfare.
definitely. Yeah.
It's a war out there, man. And you know, you can do whatever you want. We're not gonna back down. Like that preconception of us the Ateneo basketball team being soft and pretty boys. We wanted to remove that the whole season. We wanted to change that statement.
Yeah, we were the hunters this year. We
It was fun. That was the favorite thing we got to take, not defend. Taking is a lot. There's something to it.
it's way sweeter though in the end,
A
right?
lot to it. It's redemption.
Definitely, it's a redemption year. That's why, like for us, we were really the underdogs. We saw UP's lineup, man. Like so,
Did you actually think we were underdogs? Like genuine?
I did. Generally, we were underdogs because just based from the lineup and everything, and then you got Coach Gold knowing who his guys are. Like I think Coach Tab mentioned in an interview that he's working with players with 30 games experience under his belt. Coach Gold has like 100 plus with
Mhm.
Tamayo, Abadjano, the NU boys,
Mhm.
right? Those are his guys. So there's so much going against us. That's why for me, like even though we're the first seed, like as true basketball fans, seeding doesn't matter in the playoffs. It's more of like who has the edge here, who has the
Yeah,
edge there.
it's a matchup thing. It's a
It's a
matchup
matchup
thing.
thing.
What were your expectations for us coming into the
See,
season?
of course, I'll be honest. Just Final
No,
Four.
absolutely. Be as honest
Yeah,
as
of course, of
possible.
course, of course. In this podcast, I won't lie. Like, oh, I expect
Yeah.
us to be champions. No, I expected us just to be in the Final Four. I expected us to be second, third seed.
Okay. Second, third seed, but not win it all.
No, just to be honest, now as a
Why did
diehard
you
Ateneo
think?
fan.
Why did you not think we were gonna win it?
Okay, so you got another year of Tamayo. I really love Tamayo. Like as a player, I really appreciated him back in Gilas.
An absolute
Um,
talent for sure.
absolute talent. Some people even calling it a generational talent because he's really
It's
good.
still,
Malik is back. There's not the only one who left was Richie, which is it's okay. It's just Richie. It's not like Carl, Richie, and JD or Malik leaving. It's just Richie,
mhm.
even though Richie's their guy who will be the one to what do you call this, like freelance. He's the
Yeah,
guy who freelances on their offense last year, right? And
yeah,
then they don't have CJ this year,
mhm,
but that's fine. It was still a loaded lineup. So
yeah.
that was it.
So you did, but hearing all the news before the season started about our team, what do you think?
Some people were calling you guys out off the Final Four. Do you know
Yeah,
about, like, there is some people like, oh, I don't think Ateneo can make it. Maybe a fifth seed because they lost guys like Tyler, SJ, Mamu, which are the three vital cogs from last year.
yeah. They were like thinking about that team. That's such a deep bench to have Mamu and Tyler coming off the bench.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, wow, what a luxury. Especially how well they're doing right now. Those guys are amazing players.
Especially SJ in Korea. I was like, this is SJ. SJ last year was just against UP. Now he's
Oh
facing
yeah,
against like grown men in Korea, facing imports, crossing them over. I was like, oh wow. Like they're
yeah.
and especially Tyler and Mamu in the PBA. Like let's not forget about those two.
I can't believe we also lost SJ, man.
Was that really
That
a
guy.
surprise? Like, because for us, again, for fans' perspective, we were surprised that he left. But what was like the the heads up he gave the team? Like, guys, I really want to consider Korea, or when you guys found out?
Well, it was a surprise. I mean, we weren't really like as informed. Well, maybe me because I was in Cebu, but it wasn't as surprising because he's just that good of a player already, man. Like he's like I said, to me, he's a generational talent. Like
SJ.
watching his work ethic, just seeing how he reads the game. It was a fun. He's a fun teammate to be with, man.
Who was like no knowing, like, since we're talking about our teammates, like which teammate was like your go-to this year? Like the teammate you're closest to with in the team?
No doubt, Angelo Kwame, man.
Kwame.
Like, yeah, dude, that dude's my brother for real. We were roommates in Japan, and I remember he was really down at a point because of his injury
Mhm.
and all the outside noise. It really took a shot on his confidence. And we were just having a talk in that room with each other, just saying like, yeah, this season, like we're gonna win the championship. We're gonna clear your name, and you'll get your flowers, man. You'll get your flowers. And there was a moment in that celebration where it was just me and him on the floor, like hugging. I was telling him like, we did it, brother. Everything we said we would do, we did it. And now he leaves a champion, cements his legacy to me as the greatest Ateneo basketball player of all time, man.
For me, also the greatest import in both UAAP and NCAA for me by far.
Absolutely. That's an interesting take. You would take him over Mbala?
I would, because for me, Mbala's a offensive beast. Like
Yeah.
Mbala's the kind of guy that would overpower you with his dunks, his emotion
Yeah.
right after making those plays. So of
Mm-hmm.
course, whenever you would see like a Mbala like posturing your teammate, it hits
Mm-hmm.
different, right? But I would choose Ange because of just the overall balance that he brings in offense and defense. He's more of a JoJo Embiid, where it's more of skill and finesse. He would rather
Mm-hmm.
lay it up or make a nice play under the basket and just like a rim rattling dunk like what Mbala would do. Try to
Exactly.
jump from as far and see how right? That's how
He was a highlight reel player for sure.
that was it.
But I think if you look at like efficiencies of Ange, he's just a cut above the rest, man.
There you go.
What he the versatility he gives us on defense, like it gives players like me the ability to pressure even more, knowing that I have Angelo Kwame behind me.
That's the biggest safety blanket ever. Like,
like
he's just gonna block it.
like we tell each other like, yeah, we'll protect each other, brother. Like, you know, I'll take the guards outside, you take the big guys inside, and we'll just we'll pressure them, and if you make a mistake, we'll cover for you. So if JD blows by me, I got Anj to help. But then if Anj helps, I gotta box out Malik. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's that relationship that we have, that I
I
have your
got you.
back, you have mine. Exactly.
Yeah. So what's next for you, Sean? Like, what's your course again? You said you were at pre-med. What was your course?
Yeah, so I graduated life sciences in Ateneo, life sciences with a track in management.
Okay.
But I'm currently taking a master's in business administration.
So do you go to the Rockwell, like
Oh,
the
we're currently online, so it's a
online?
flex class, so it's pretty good.
So
Yeah,
one more year. Is there one more year for you?
yeah. There's one more year. There's one more year for me. Uh, I think me and Coach Tab have a lot of work to do to develop me as a player, and hopefully be a better leader for this upcoming team.
What I saw there was a photo of you guys are already like preparing for season 86. Is that true? Like there was
Yeah,
a photo on Twitter. Uh you guys were seated around and Coach Shab was in front of a whiteboard or something.
yeah.
Was
So
it really in preparation? What was like
yeah,
there in that room?
we were we were just talking about the timeline of
Okay.
our off season and who we wanted to be, what formula we wanted to work on for the upcoming season. And man, just excited for it.
Excited.
I feel like you'll see an even sharper team
And
because
it
of this
mhm.
extended preparation.
When's the next season? Like
It's September still, right? It's right.
uh
It's
9 months. 9 months again. Damn, it's too long for me.
but
But for you
what
guys, yeah.
what was your what was your thoughts in the finals? What do you think changed for Ateneo,
Hmm.
especially in game from losing game one and getting into game two?
Man, losing game one. Let me just let me get my mindset into it. So, because I'm still in game three hangover. Like I was just so happy. I already forgot about the loss. Because I'm the kind of guy like whenever we lose, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna hold on to this for 30 minutes and then I'm not gonna let it affect my mood.
It's crazy. Like if you ask me a play by play in
Yeah.
like the finals, I can't tell you.
Because
Like
it was all a
it was
blur.
a blur in my mind. I was just playing unconsciously.
Well, first of all, game one save was freaking everywhere. You would feel his presence from offense on defense. He was blocking Chris. He was blocking Ange. I was like, this guy, we held this guy to 0 points.
Yeah.
Second round, right? That was
Hmm.
I think his worst game ever. So to
Yeah.
see like, and at the back of my head, I just knew like he won't let that happen again. So
Yeah.
that's we were just got overwhelmed by game one. It was more of like the like oh there you go. Sorry,
Yeah.
you froze. Like so
Okay.
it was just more of like the impact that he brought to UP, and for us it was just shots just not falling in.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of just it's a make or miss league, right? So we just didn't make our
Well,
shots.
Kai had 0 points as well.
Yeah, Kai. Sorry, I'm coughing. Yeah, he was checked. He
Yes.
was they completely covered Kai. But in game
Mhm.
two,
I think,
that was a really aggressive guy. Like it was, he played less minutes, but damn, he made those 17 minutes worth it.
yeah.
Like I will score. I will make the most out of it. I will make up for game one.
Yeah, after game one, everyone knew that we needed Kai to win this championship.
It's the
And
X factor. I made a video on that one. Like, Kai
uh,
Balloon guy needs to show up because if he doesn't show up, we're gonna lose. Like
bro,
even
Kai is him.
Kai
Kai
is
is him, bro. Like he was so down on himself after
after
game
game one.
one, but we all gathered to him. We were like, bro, we have your back. We know who you can be. And I think there was that one specific player. Oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
Coming into game two, I was talking with Kai.
Yeah.
I said, I know you won't forget game one. I know you won't forget your stat line for game one. But what you can do is forgive yourself for it and look ahead into game two because we need you for this. And I promise you, like, we have your back. So yeah, there was that one moment in game two where I knew, like, okay, he's him.
Like, oh yeah, this
Do
is
you
the
know?
game.
Do you know what play that was? It was
What's
when he got
this?
that when it was when he got that dunk on Lucero.
Oh, that one. That was like the game defining play for Kai. Kai is him. That's the play.
And I set that back pick for him too. So it was like I told you I had your back.
And I also love like Fortsky was consistent from 1 to 3, but with Dave, like there's a lot of pressure on Dave. Like with people, his expectations on him. How did he handle it? Like you being there, how like did anything change from Dave? Like did you also give him a pep talk? Like were there people in the group, or is it more of like they know that Dave doesn't get bothered by those?
Well, as far as pressure, I think Dave handles the pressure really well. He's as professional as it can get.
Mhm.
And regarding performance wise, maybe stats wise, he
That's
wasn't as people expected, but as a leader for us, as a teammate, he was like we were there shooting free throws in the end, and you could see him celebrate. That's a great
yeah,
teammate
that's a
to
great
have.
teammate.
And he's David Defonso. He's going to be great one way or another. Might not be this game, but
Mm.
you'll bet on him on the next game. And he puts in the work, man. He puts in the work. He was preparing himself for the finals so hard, and yeah, he was rewarded with a championship. And he does so much more. Like
So yeah,
I know points, but he rebounds well for us. The way Dave defended in this finals has been a. I've never seen Dave like that, as locked in as he could be, as focused as he could be on the defensive end, and that really set the tone for us. Like, okay, we need to be him.
so you made 2 free throws, Sean. Like in the last game, right? It was what I know it was BJ who did the was it the 0.7 seconds left. I know that they had to foul you first. Was that where we celebrated prematurely? Was that the one when it
Yeah,
was?
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh shit,
Everyone
there's still
jumped on the
time.
court. There's a funny story there too.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait, you want to talk about the free throws first?
No. I wanted to talk about the funny story first, then we could get to the free throw. Because I'm sure the funny story was before the free throw for sure.
No, it was after. It was when
Okay.
everyone jumped in.
Okay,
Everyone
so
jumped on the court.
let's talk about the free throw first. Like your mindset was like you. There was a video on you on TikTok. You said, I forgot which account. You said I'm not supposed to be here. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I saw that one. I was like, oh damn. That's what I realized. Like I gotta get you for the interview. I want to get you for the pod. So
Yeah,
so how was the free throws
that's
like
actually
when you were
so
there?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was right before that free throw. We had to. I think we were up three. Or
Yeah,
no, wait, no.
67. Was it 67, 70? Was it the time?
It was when Alarcon. It was their ball,
Yeah.
and we had to get a stop.
Yeah.
And Alarcon took a extended three, I got the rebound, I got fouled, and then I could just see all my teammates like screaming, yelling at me, like just hyping me up. And at that moment, I don't know, it was the calmest moment for me. Like everyone has my back. I'm not the only one shooting these free throws. They're shooting it with me. And yeah, I just walked up to the free throw line and said, I'm him. I'm him.
That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail for this one.
And the thumbnail should be, how did we get here?
Oh yeah. How did we get here? Or I'm not even supposed to be here.
Yeah. So I missed the second one. That was tough. But after making the first one, and I made the first one, I look back and I just see BJ, I see Chris, I see Kai. Just
Were they
we've
celebrating
been
already?
talking.
They were already celebrating at that point, right? Or they were just like,
Not yet. They were just getting ready about, or they knew what was about to come. But yeah, they knew. They knew. Like we've been talking about this moment for so long, and it was coming to fruition. But yeah, so I remember BJ gets the steal. Everyone jumps on the court. I don't know what's happening. There's .7 on the clock. The coaches are shaking hands. Tyler Dio comes running at me, crying, saying, "Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother." And then all I see on the side is Coach Tab saying, "Get back, get
get
back."
back.
And I grabbed Tyler's head. I'm like, "I told you, brother, but it's not over." So I throw him off.
Oh,
So get
so that
out.
was what Tab was saying. He was like, "Get back!"
Yeah. He's saying, "Go back, go back."
And then you guys
Yeah.
check the times, like, oh, 0.7.
It was a cool moment for Lucero though to get those free throws.
Yeah, that was so that was not scripted at all, right? That was not scripted to
No,
give it.
it wasn't on the script. It wasn't on the script to get a technical with .7 left. I promise you that.
You just imagine if that was just like a 3-point lead, and then there's a technical foul.
Yeah. Coach Tab would have ended us right there.
Yeah,
But yeah,
everybody.
you were saying, sorry, you were saying something about the look I gave JD.
Yeah, we're gonna get so let's go. Let's get back there. I almost forgot about that one. So game three. That was in game three. You always have this look with JD. I'll take out my glasses. It's like you're gonna eat your chicken. Like you're like that. You're like looking straight at him. Like, let's get it. And then a lot of times the ref was telling you to like give him space when it's supposed to be the ball is supposed to be inbounded. And that was the same energy I got from first to the fourth quarter. So what did it just happen in game three or even in game two? Like you have that look like I'm gonna stop. Were you talking? Do you talk to JD? Like how was because of course we don't hear it. We just see the face, the like how you guarded him. But were you talking? Are you the type of guy to talk when you're locking
No,
somebody up?
I'm not really a talker, but me and JD like talk. He's beside also.
Uh-huh.
We talk sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like that look that you were talking about was
Yeah.
just I didn't fear him anymore.
Oh,
You know, like I remembered all the moments from him hitting that shot. You know, I see my brothers go to war, but I couldn't do anything about it. And yeah, him torching me up in round one. There's a lot of sleepless nights for that. And I guess game two, game three, it was just like I don't fear you anymore. Like
was there a fear
this,
factor in round one? Like as a player, like shit, it's JD again, or it's more of just like I'll just do my best, like
as much as I say there isn't, I feel like there always is. I like to describe it as appropriate fear, where
appropriate fear, respect.
you give them the respect that they deserve for the player that they are. But yeah, I think I let that get to me in round one. But in the finals, it was like I have a job to do,
Complete 180. It
and
was really different.
yeah,
I didn't see that kind of Sean before, so I was like, this guy.
I just hope that every time I step on the court, my teammates feel my energy and the crowd feels the energy. and I hope that transpired through the crowd. Right? No
It
words,
did.
just a moment.
Did you guys party? Like, what was like? What was it like after the locker room? Did you? I know there was a mass right after.
Mhm.
Right? There's always a Thanksgiving mass after the championship. So, did you guys go anywhere after, or you just went to sleep? You're so tired, or was there like a bit of energy to go to party or something?
Um, after the game, we went to mass at like midnight
Oh,
here in Jesuit, and then it ended almost around
oh, this.
3 a.m. Yeah, and then at that point we hadn't eaten dinners, or like
Oh,
we hadn't eaten after the game yet, so we were all just starving. So we went to Banapple,
the one in Katipunan
Katipunan
Extension,
Extension.
the White Plains area. Yeah,
So not really a party, but
just
it
celebrate,
was
just
good
eat.
to see everyone. Yeah, finally like loosen up. Just be like, we're champions today. It's so nice hearing people call each other that too.
Champion. It's a champ.
Like, what's up, champ? I remember I walked in the players meeting yesterday, and then I see all the coaches, and they're like, "How you doing, champ?" And then I was like, "Wow, wow,
That's the feeling.
yeah,
So
it's great."
with that one, Sean, so we're done with season 85. You have 9 months to prepare for season 86. We can cut this. We can cut this part out if you want. But are there any new teammates? Just in case, like any new teammates you're excited to work with?
Yeah, I'm really excited to work with Mason Amos. Hopefully LeBron Lopez.
Also, that's not final yet. Then
Um,
for now, it's because I see him like
I
there.
think
He
it's
was.
final. I'm
Oh,
just
he's just waiting for it to
I'm
finalize.
not so sure, but
Yeah, we're just,
I'm just excited to work with him. You got Andrew Bongo, you got Albert Opena. They've been training with us all throughout the season, so this championship is just as much as theirs as it is
oh,
ours. You know?
they've been helping prep. Like they're the ones like simulating the games and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, they're the like scouting team almost. And yeah, so those guys are tough, man. Those guys are tough. Um, Andrew Bongo's a big forward, great handles, can shoot, can finish at the rim. Albert Opena, man, that guy's offensive bag is as big as it gets. Mason Amos,
We already
man,
know like how good how bad like bad this
he's
guy is.
gonna be special, bro. He's special. He's got a great mindset too.
Six
Every
eight,
time I, yeah, every
6'8".
time I tell him to put in the extra work, he'll put in the extra work. So I'll be pushing him for sure. LeBron Lopez, man,
Athletic freak. Ever since high
scary.
school, he was already jumping out of the gym, right? With
That's a
the eaglets.
scary dude. That's a scary dude. You know, I might actually be scared to guard him.
Nah.
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 Sorry,
Nah.
he's gonna get the same look. He's gonna get
Yeah.
the same look.
Yeah. He's gonna get yeah, definitely in practice. It'll make it hard for him. Like this is for you, man. You're gonna get better from this.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
so so Sean, what do you call this? Uh anything from here till September? Anything? What are your immediate plans? Uh, how like what's the life of a champ after season 85? What's next?
Life of a champ. Um, what's next is to go back home to
Mhm.
family, spend the holidays with them. I know this whole year has been all about basketball, and I feel like I've taken a lot of time away from them. So it's good. It's good to go back to them. Just recenter myself. Spend time on the beach, man. Cebu's got beautiful beaches. I need to be there. And it's the same thing, man. It's just the same thing. Just work. You know, there's nothing special about it. It's just work. Hoping to add a few more skills to my bag. Definitely come out as a much improved player in the next season, and most especially for this season, be a better leader.
Oh, last question before we end this. Who's gonna be the captain? 86. Do you guys know about it this early? Or am I
Uh,
talking to him?
I don't know, man. Well,
No
we got a
news
good
yet.
sense of it, but we'll know. We'll
We'll
know
know.
very
We'll
soon.
know. And this
Very
won't be
soon.
the last. This won't be the last pod I'll have with you. You're easily my most favorite player.
Hey, after
Definitely
two
after,
games, after
dude,
two games,
dude. It sometimes it only takes me like 5 minutes. Like that's my
5
favorite
minutes.
player. It's sometimes it's all it takes, man. So,
That's crazy.
it,
After
it,
two games,
yeah, dude. After 2 games,
two
easily.
games and four DNPs, it's done.
We're focusing on the finals. Focusing on the finals here. And I already told you. I told you via text that I always love defensive players. I've always had
Yeah.
the like Marcus Smart. I love him. Thibault, Matisse Thibault. I love him. So
Mhm.
it's just my fascination with defensive players. So
It's just different because there's it's not there's skill to it, but it's more of an attitude. You know what I
an
mean?
effort. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
attitude and effort.
It's
And then some just most. I think it's mostly like it's the JD matchup. That's why we keep going back to that one. I was like, that's my favorite player right there. When you're giving him that look, that kind of intensity
Mhm.
when guarding him.
Man,
So
did you
that's
get
what sold
did you
me.
get goosebumps as well?
Like after definitely like point seven. I already had goosebumps. Like
We did it.
like we fucking did it. Because it was we were not expected to win this year. Like from our perspective. How about you guys? Like, did you guys like or of course that mindset like we or heading to the season at least, you guys knew you were not the favorites, or
I
you
think
had
Coach
like
Tab said it very well in the press.
yeah,
Did you hear that? Where
that we are underdogs. That's the thing that's going viral up until now. Like, oh, you still call yourself underdogs? Like, you know how it is. Like on
yeah.
social media.
But he said something about how this team surpassed their expectations as a coaching staff, but not the team's expectations.
Oh,
We expected higher for us. We never stopped believing in us, and I think that holds true because I know the outside noise we're saying we're underdogs, but we just talked about it as a team, like one game at a time. Like we never know how good we can get, and yeah,
that's it. Ending as champs. So,
yeah. Where
bro,
does
shot.
this championship rank for you
Oh man, you're
in
making
all
me
Ateneo
rank the
championships?
championships.
Just the whole storyline of it all,
Top
losing.
two, top two. Because I watched
Really
the
top two.
top two. Because I watched the 2002. I was 8 at the time, so I already have some like
Mhm.
memory. I was watching on TV. It was channel 17. You still remember channel 17?
Yeah,
Top two definitely. It's a 1A 1B with 2002, so it's definitely right up there. Because the past championships, like for me, it's like oh yeah, we're expected to win, but for me it's
mhm.
2002. It's top two for me. So
Yeah.
that's why it just felt different.
What made this championship feel different for you?
I think it's just like having expectations crushed. Like when you have when you have no expectations coming into the season, like when it definitely gets crushed. Like for me, that's something else that makes me remember this specific year. And
Yeah,
the I don't know, this the players right now are just like also the players and everything. I don't know, just our roster basically just makes it even more memorable. I can't explain it. It's just that the guys like we just had to work harder for it. If you know what I mean.
yeah.
Because before we had
I remember.
30, we had the Nieto bros. Like what the hell is this lineup? This is like a starting like from 1 to 12, 1 to 15. You can put these guys in a different school. They'll be starting five.
I remember. There was a post. I think Naveen Kanglani
Naveen, yeah,
posted a video.
from Rappler, yeah.
It was a pregame huddle where I said today we have a chance to make our own story
Yeah.
because each and every one of those players there had to go through so much doubt. Even our best players had to go through so much doubt. And today we can create our own story in that game three. So that's what gave me goosebumps because they proved themselves.
Everybody did. And when you said that Ange doubted himself, like what? Ange doubted himself because Ange, the way he projects himself, is like never really shaken or anything. But when you said, I was like, wow, everybody was coming off from a really down year. The confidence level isn't what we see right now.
He's human, man. He's human. Some of he's got one of the best hearts I know, man. And to see him down like that and to see him rise above that, I don't know if you can see the photo, but once he got
Which
the
one?
Finals MVP, he got the Finals MVP trophy, and I was just there at the side, like watching it. It was like I was a fan, you know.
You were like,
Wow, I really played with the goat.
the most viral one was when BJ was like what do you call this? He was holding the trophy, right? And he was doing like the
Yeah,
World Cup celebration, and he
yeah,
was doing. I was like, this is so funny. This is hyping everyone up. Like,
yeah. Just it was such a great story. The story really started when JD hit that shot.
that was the start. The,
That
the
was
start of
that
the
was just
redemption tour.
exactly. It couldn't be any sweeter, man. Couldn't be any sweeter.
The, again, guys, like just the just to what do you call this? Just the quick history. This is the first time I met Sean. So
Yeah.
the first time I met Sean, I had to reach out to through Tyler just to get a hold of him because champs have a have to get through like different lines now. Like it's hard to it's hard to reach these guys. I'm so happy that we won. Sean, thank you so much for your time. I didn't think we reached an hour. I already just scheduled just for
Wow.
just wanted to. Really appreciate it, bro. Like this won't be the last time I'm gonna have you. I'm for sure
Appreciate it.
we're gonna reconnect. Maybe for sure it's gonna be next year. Maybe in between the wait to the UAP, there's 9 months. Maybe on the fourth, fifth month, if he's free, we can talk about that one. Any preparations, just to be like our Blue Eagle insider, like what's happening with you guys,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and just the overall, just like we made a new friend with Sean. Hopefully, with you guys, so I get to know him a bit better. Aside from just knowing him as the defensive stopper of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. So, Sean, thank you again, man. If hopefully, if I can just dab you up in this camera, I would. I'll see you.
Hey, man.
I'll see you again. May it be video or in person. You'll never know. I'll see you in the games, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you inviting me to this podcast and sharing my stories. I hope, these stories inspire other people. And yeah, congrats on your first
My
episode back.
I'm so
And
happy I did it with you, man. Like, very.
appreciate it, man. It's an honor for me. It's an honor.
I'll text you. I'll text you right after this one. Thanks again. Thanks,
All right,
guys,
brother.
for
Ingat.
checking this. Yeah, ingat, bro. See you.
See you.